That's Carrie Fair. We'll be hearing a lot more from Carrie in the future. Hopefully we can get her to come back and be with us on another Postmark Jamboree. Cathy Conrad, you are one of Postmark La Follette's performance pillars, whether you realize it or not. You've been dancing, singing, and acting in Postmark productions, and now you have some poetry and a surprise for us. I yield the floor.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. So what I'm going to jump into right now are some poetry submissions, some original works from myself and Miss Linda Jones Kimberlin. The first submission is an original work by myself entitled Tennessee Ridge. As I've taken my journey over many, many miles, my eyes have learned, my heart has learned, over each and every one. Friends I've gained, places seen, over years of time. My steps then young have now grown old, precious pictures in my mind. But no matter where life has taken me, I'll always come from whence I came. There's a place that I know, there's a people I love so. In the misty morning, I see my Tennessee Ridge. And the next submission I have is one from Linda Jones Kimberlin. This was a publication she did 2005, and it's entitled Dare We Stare. Dare we stare into the air of a foggy night to compare the misty air which souls have taken flight, calmness in our little realm, and small it seems to be, compared to the foggy night that brushes into the light to reach beyond, to see. Do the souls go home? Does it seem a dream to stand alone in the misty air and dare to stare? Again, that's a submission from Linda Jones Kimberlin, published 2005.
Now you have a surprise for us?
Yeah. We're going to dip in here to Grandma's recipe box, and we'll get back to the poetry here in just a second. But we do have a recipe for you, so grab a pen and paper. So, the recipe that I have here for you is Southern Cornmeal Hoe Cakes. And so what you'll need for this recipe is 1 cup self-rising flour, 1 cup all-purpose cornmeal, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now optional, you can add 3/4 cup of buttermilk, 1/3 cup of water, 2 large eggs beaten. The instructions for the hoe cakes: line a rim baking sheet with paper towels and place a rack on top, set it aside. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, cornmeal, baking powder, salt, and sugar. Add your buttermilk, water, and eggs. Mix well. Heat your oil and butter in a cast iron skillet over medium to medium high, and drop the batter by 1/8 cup measure into the hot skillet to form small medallions. Fry until brown and crisp. Turn, brown the other side. Remove and let drain on a rack. And of course you'll want to serve those immediately with warm syrup or honey butter. And those are good for breakfast, as a snack, or dip them in a mess of greens to sop up that pot liquor, or as we know, juice from the greens. All right. So we're going to jump back in here to some poetry submissions. This is an original work authored by me entitled Raindrops. A raindrop, a teardrop, shed from the eyes of God, for the thoughts of his dear children on the lonely path they trod. Each step their hearts grow colder, each step away from him, for he knows what they know not, and sees where they are blind. Each step their hearts grow colder, each step destruction bound. O God, I pray for feet that wander, their paths to you be found. Thank you. And the last submission, again, is Linda Jones Kimberlin. This is a 2016 submission from her entitled Windwalkers. From tapping the edge of skylines to barreling down the middle of plains, windwalkers burst through ominous green flashes, appear in rain-wrapped surprises, dance along the blackness of skies, sometimes whistle as they pass, sometimes thunder like hellhounds, riding lightning rails, windwalkers, destructive beauty. Again, that's Linda Jones Kimberlin, 2016. And that's all the submissions we have right now, and I did want to invite any original poetry or recipe submissions for consideration for use on the air for the next show. Email those to missdancer1@yahoo.com. Again, missdancer1@yahoo.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Cathy.